Hello. I should say, hey there, Soulshine. My name is Michelle, and it's been a little bit. I'm not sure how long. I actually almost quit entirely this channel. Did I send out the thing that said that I don't know if I actually made a video for this channel or not about that. But today I have had a few things happen. So many thoughts right now. I have, I just really want to get on here and express some of the things that have been happening. I feel like there's multiple videos in this, so I'm wondering if I will record multiple videos or if I'm just going to blabber for a while. One of the things that I've been doing is Neurographics, and you can see the bottom of one here. Let me actually tip up because there's a couple of cool ones there. This one here was about being a stay-at-home mom and that divine feminine energy, and it looks like a moon, and that's really cool. This one was actually about my relationship with God, and it looks like a sun, and I just think that's really awesome. So let me get this back down to me. Anyway, I have been doing a lot of them. They are super powerful for helping me shift out of things. I had an experience last week where somebody asked on Facebook, what are you craving? And I was like, I don't know how to put it in words. And they said, well, just try. And so I kind of explained what was going on and how I was feeling and everything. And they're like, oh, you are craving true partnership or a true partner or something like that. And I was like, well, maybe. I turned it into partnership because I realized that's what I was craving was partnership. Because I needed my kids to partner with me here at home, I have been seeking partnerships in business, partnerships in life. Like I want a life partner. I want that relationship, that romantic partner. I want these things. So yes, it was partnership, not just a romantic partner I was searching for, but like partnership in many aspects of my life. But as I was thinking about it, and I was really thinking about it, I realized why. And it was this idea that, and I mean, like, of course I crave partnership. Everybody, we're designed as human beings to work as teams and to have partners. But like, why was I so desperate for it is what I'm really asking. And the kind of the question underneath it, or the response underneath it, was this belief that I'm not capable. I'm not capable of doing it on my own. I'm not capable of running a business on my own. Not capable of doing YouTube channel on my own. Not capable of single parenting. Not capable of, making money. Not capable. Not capable. Not capable. Not capable. So I did a neurographic on that, and I noticed that since then, my need for a partner has changed. Now I feel capable. I am noticing that I'm doing some things that I wasn't doing before, that I don't even know how to explain it. There's just a lot of peace around it now. And so that was really awesome. But there's still more things. Oh, that's one of the things. So I've had a car situation, and in my mind, I had this solution, and I was like, this is how it needs to work, because I don't know how to do it any other way, and this is what it is, and these people need to help because I'm not capable of doing it on my own, was the underlying thing. So clearing out this capable thing, I just was like, what if the solution was different? And my idea that I'd had, I was like, I need somebody to help me sell my car and get into a new car. And it was the only solution I could see in my mind. But I woke up and I was like, Zach, that's my 18-year-old son. I was like, can you look up the code that our van is throwing. And we found out what the code was and the most likely candidate for fixing it. And it is probably going to be a really fast fix. And we are coming up with a solution that, unless it's a bigger fix, we are 100% capable of doing it on our own. And finally solving this transportation problem. We've been without a vehicle for a month. And it's crazy that I could not even see that as a possibility until I did this healing work, till I cleared away this capability thing. The things that have come since have been amazing. This morning, I did a neurographic on, I don't know how many times I've had situations come up and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know. And then I just get frozen in this little, I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. I don't know. And so much of this, I don't know energy. And so I did the neurographic on that. I just finished a healing series today. It's a 9-part healing series. I will put a link to that in the description. And it is for body of 9 activations, but you do not have to know your number to watch them. You can still receive and get benefit. And if you have questions, please feel free to ask me. I will also make sure that I have an email address placed in the description box, so you can send me a message if you need to ask questions about body of 9 or about neurographics or anything else that I'm doing, because I would love to share as much as I can with those things. So the thing about doing this healing session is I did things in a completely different way. And part of that, I think, was because I didn't have that I don't know running around in my head. There was this, before there was always this kind of, I don't really know. I know what I'm doing, but I don't really know. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this right. There's always this kind of underlying, I don't know, under everything that I've done. My whole life, probably, or at least a good portion of it, is that there's been this, I don't know. I don't really know if I'm doing this right. And I don't know if I'm on the right path. And I don't know, like there's this like, I don't know what people are going to think of me. There's just so much I don't know that has been going on. And it's shifting out and it's going away. And it's amazing. So, super powerful neurographics. Now, I am going to keep rambling because that's awesomeness. There it is. I was like, I can't see how long I've been going. It's because I've tried a new setup with my with my camera, and the tripod is actually blocking right where the time stamp is on the video. That's funny. There's a song, and I'm going to put a link to the song below. It is such that you have to sign up for a subscription, but you get like a 2-week free trial if it works. Hopefully he's fixed that bug on his website. And the song is called I Feel Like a Millionaire. And I like the song. It's kind of fun. These are affirmation songs. The website's Harmonize My Life. I think that's the name of it. And this song, I kind of had mixed feelings about it. I was like, why am I going around? I feel like a millionaire. I mean, there's a lot of powerful things in it, but like, why? I do have to say that there are some things. One of my favorite things to do is knit and crochet, and I have my other my other YouTube channel that is dedicated to that. And right now I am crocheting with silk, which is a more expensive yarn. I am knitting with alpaca, which is a more expensive yarn. Even some of my other projects, I'm using I've spent so much time using value yarns because that's what I could afford. And right now I have some projects that are taking some fancier yarns. Even if they're just a step up, I feel more luxurious. And I realized, like, these are some of the things that help me feel like a millionaire. So I'm like, oh, the song's working. I'm feeling like a millionaire. And there's other things in the songs, of course. And they're starting to happen. But one of the things that also showed up for me is this the alter ego, I think is the name of the book. I have not read the book. I have not listened to the book. It's not at my library, so I did not, wasn't able to download the audiobook on my library app, and so kind of in this space. So this book is kind of like using some concepts of, I listened to a few videos, and including the guy talking and interviews on a couple of them. And it basically, he was kind of talking to, he was doing sports coaching, I think, and then started kind of doing some business coaching. And one of the things that was kind of a theme that he had used, but now consciously uses, is this idea that the successful athletes, and it didn't matter which sport, they were kind of like put on that, like, I'm going to go out there and be He-Man, or I'm going to go out there and be, I don't know, some famous sports person. I know so much about sports. But they kind of put on this persona of like, when I go on the field, I'm Conan the Barbarian, you know, like they get that whatever gave them that vibe, and that energy of that person helps push them forward into life. And so this concept is, now you intentionally create an alter ego. You can name it if you want to, find mentors and people that inspire you. And so you can put on that persona while you're doing it. But here's the thing. This persona is part of you. It works, and when people start doing it for a while, they start becoming this more and more and more, because they're picking things that they crave to be this way because that's who they are underneath. But you can't just say, I'm being authentic, because sometimes we don't know who that authentic person is. So we start putting on this other persona, which is really just a manifestation of who we really are. But it allows us to kind of work around the subconscious of like, I am being this version of me today. And so I have created or in the process, I just started today, of creating this alternative ego. And I call her Emma. And you don't have to call her him, a different name. And I've thought about some of the things, like, what is she like? And what does she do? How does she talk? How does she eat? And putting on this persona, if there's a part of it that feels slightly wrong, but not. And I don't know how to explain that. It's that version of me that I always wanted to be. And it kind of makes me cry thinking about it, because I always wanted to be this. And so this is the other tool that I'm working with. And I think it's only possible because of them. And I feel like that this is what the song, I Feel Like a Millionaire, is a part of helping you step into the persona. And what does your version of feeling like a millionaire do? What does your version of feeling like a millionaire look like? And for me, it is working with fine, beautiful yarns that feel luxurious. It is, it is being able to drive a particular kind of car. It is being able to live in a particular kind of house. As weird as it is, I just looked over and saw my plants, and there is something about having my house plants that adds that touch of luxury to my home. It's helping me take this home that, I hate this color walls. It's not a choice I would make. I actually like white walls, unless you're doing an accent wall, and then all bets are off, and it can be any color you want. That's just a personal preference. I have some, if I could replace my dresser with a white one, I have this thing for white furniture. I didn't know it until I did a Pinterest board, and it was just like inspo pictures, and I was like, what does it mean? And I'm like, holy cow, all of the furniture is like the hard parts of furniture is white, and then it throws in accent colors of usually soft colors, but it throws in accent colors and like these blues, even this like peach butterfly. So hard to see. Those are some of the colors that I like. A rose color. And honestly, even the darker colors they're colors that I like to have. I don't know if I can get this. Nope. Bedspread. So there's certain things, but I realized that adding that touch of plant helps me elevate my space and feel more luxurious and more like a millionaire, because I guess in my mind, if I were to have the millionaire lifestyle, I would have plants. I mean, I do want an atrium, so of course I would have plants. So these are some of the things that I'm thinking about. What does my persona Emma, what does she wear? What does she do her hair like? How does she eat? How does she walk? How does she talk? And what does she drive? And all these things about her. And then putting on that persona as I sit down to do videos, or as I go about my life, as I walk around my home. And even if I don't do it all the time, that's okay. I intentionally will put her on for things, and I know that the more I use that persona, the more I pull into her, then the more I will show up as her. So, and it will become easier and easier until it just becomes a part of me. And I am her. And it truly is bringing out those parts of me, because I crave that type of person, because I am that type of person on the inside. And for whatever reason along in life said, you need to do this and you need to do that. I remember growing up, and okay, before I tell you that, one of the things, I've talked a little bit about Body of 9, and I'm a natural number 9, and I have been told that I am the most expressive natural number 9 they have met. And I've thought about that a lot since. At first I was kind of like, but I've thought about that. Why did I get nurtured to be more expressive than most 9s? And is it a bad thing? Is it a good thing? And I realized I was raised, my mother told me about how she was praised for being such a happy teenager and such a friendly and outgoing teenager. And as a little girl, I was praised when I was friendly and outgoing. And as a teenager, I was praised for being friendly and outgoing. And this little super extroverted persona was praised. And so in order to appease what I believed society was asking for, what my mom was asking for, I put on this persona and I became that person. There's also some beliefs with it. If I'm not this person, if I just sit back and quietly, people are going to feel uncomfortable around me, or they're going to think I'm a snob, or, all these like crazy thoughts in my head. And so Emma, she is a listener, and she only speaks when she has something powerful to say, and she quietly observes, and she sits with a gentle smile on her face, and she's mysterious. People wonder what's going on in her mind, and so they listen when she speaks. And these are some kind of thoughts and truly those are the kind of thoughts that I wanted to be. And when I'm truly being myself, this is who I am. And it's really amazing to become aware of that. So, why don't you take some time to decide what persona you want? And, what what does your persona, what does your alter ego, what does he or she like? What do they, what kind of car, what kind of house do they live in? How do they eat? How do they walk? How do they dress? How do they present themselves? What does confidence look like in them? What does power look like in them? What does trust look like in them? And put on these things that you're craving, that when you see somebody that you admire, you're like, I love that about them. I wish I was that way. Put that in your persona and create that alter ego. And then when you need to do something that takes a little bit of oomph, you're like, I am. And if you feel like you need to name it, name it. Apparently, the other thing they say is to get mentors who are like this. One of the thoughts that I have right now is you can hire coaches, mentors, coaches, mentors, healers. You can hire people, but it doesn't have to be that. You can have friends that you talk with your peers, because these are the people that are doing the things that you want to do when you're friends with them. So you talk to them about those kind of things. You hang out with them. You become like the people you hang out with. But it also can be that you see, maybe you like the way a certain somebody dresses, and you think, that is how my alter ego dresses. And you can have that person as a mentor without even knowing them, because you watch them and you see, okay, this is what they do. And I do highly suggest that you make sure that you are not craving the way they dress because of the influence of other people, or because it's trendy, but rather it's because there's a part of you that really truly resonates with the way that they dress. And I believe that if you dress in a way that truly resonates with you, then you're going to dress in a way that is perfect for you. And you're going to feel amazing what you're wearing. Now, maybe dressing trendy does resonate with you, but most likely dressing trendy has some kind of a fear or disappointment or shame behind it. And you are dressing that way because somewhere along the way you believed that that's how you got liked, or that's how you got friends, or that's how you got success or whatever. And so a lot of times the trendiness has other beliefs and stuff. So make sure you really resonate. But like I said, you don't have to follow him. Maybe it's you like the way Steve Jobs does stuff. You can't talk to him. He's no longer on the earth. But you can, learn from his life. You can, learn from the things that he shared. And so you can read books by people that you're just like, I love the way that they live. And they've written a book, so you read their book. Like maybe you have people that live in a house that looks the way that you want your house, and they happen to be like a decluttering coach. So you can listen to them and follow them and kind of get an understanding of their mindset and put that mindset in your alter ego. So I hope that this is making sense to you. I'm sorry if this video, went a little long. 23 and a half, almost. We're looking at 25 by the time I finish minutes. I hope that there's something or many things in this video that have touched you, inspired you, encouraged you to be more you. I want you to remember to let your light shine big, bright, live, and beautiful. Whichever kind of light that is, whether it's a soft glow or a bright sun or a laser beam or a diffused light, whatever kind of light you are, allow that light to shine big, bright, light, and beautiful. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.